Welcome to Soccer Today, where the beautiful game meets culture, community, and conversation. My name is Bayonle Arashi. I am your host, and with me today is Karen Orta-Mena.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you, Bayo.
I'm very excited as well. On this show, we're going to just not be talking football. We're going to be talking about businesses. We're going to talk about impact in the community with people that are doing great stuff. And more importantly, the United States is hosting the FIFA World Cup.
Woo!
How excited are you about that?
As you can tell, I'm very excited, Bayo. I'm excited for Houston. I'm excited for all the people that are going to experience this. I'm excited if you have a ticket. I'm excited for myself. Hopefully I get a ticket. Most importantly, I'm excited for my people who are going to be running businesses here. You have to understand that the World Cup brings people from the entire world. That's why it's called the World Cup. So get ready to host your best staff, your best food, your best service, because people are coming with their money.
Yes, it's more about that than anything else. It's about the celebration, because a lot of people that are actually today, a little bit young adults, have no idea of what the World Cup is going to bring. And like you said, it's really going to be an exciting time. And Houston, especially all the 11 cities in the United States that are hosting a World Cup game, will have that reward continuously for another decade or more. How powerful is that?
Exactly. The influence that a World Cup leaves on a community is profound. The experience that you carry with you is amazing. And I'm going to go back to the business side. That money that comes here is going to just keep flowing in the community. It's going to last for more than decades.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There you have it. That and more is what you should be expecting for us to talk about on Soccer Today. But right now, we're going to shift gear and go to Europe and talk about what's going on outside of the United States before we come back to the World Cup. So quickly, I'm going to take you around some of the biggest leagues across the world. We're going to start from England. Of course, the new year did not start very well for former Chelsea manager now, Enzo Maresca. On the 1st of January, he was fired by the club only after about 18 months in charge. Enzo Maresca won the third tier of the UEFA Championship for Chelsea in that same 18 months, and also won the Club World Cup for Chelsea. But Chelsea, known to just always continue to win, wanting to win at all times, could not just take one victory in 9 matches. So he was asked to go.
Well, I think any club, not just Chelsea, but powerful clubs that are used to being high performing, and then the new coach comes in, they have to be ready for that pressure. And so if you cannot handle, obviously you're going to crack. And then there must be a performance. Otherwise, you have to go. That's how business works. Again, I go back to business because it's people's money on the line.
It is the way it is. And I really understand why you talk about money, because, again, at the end of the day, we are in the capitalist system. This is the United States. If you have a product, if you have something that you want to sell, this is the place to do it. And, of course, you were right about that.
The fans will not be happy.
It's a result game. If you can't get the result, you're going to be asked to go. Also, the other coach that lost his job is also now former Manchester United manager. Ruben Amorim was fired 4 days after Enzo Maresca was fired as well. He actually had it coming. He was frustrated with the club. They couldn't let him sign the players he wanted to sign. He couldn't do the stuff he wants to do simply because of the structure that Manchester United have set up since the retirement of their great manager, Sir Alex Ferguson. So Manchester United at the moment is being managed by one of their former heroes, Darren Fletcher, until a permanent coach is also hired. So that's what is going on in England, is the firing season in England. But what do you know about Manchester United, and what do you like about them?
Oh, Manchester, they have handsome soccer players.
There you go. That's a very strong point. I like that.
They perform pretty well. Well. Can we talk about our home side?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I have exciting news.
I was going to say, how about on the home front?
Houston,
what's going on the home front?
Houston Dash just signed a local soccer player from Albion.
Okay.
You know Albion?
Absolutely. Who does not know Albion? If you are a true historian, at least I've been hearing about Albion for about a decade.
They were established in 2000, and her name is Leah Klenke. And we're so excited to see what she's going to do here for Houston.
Well, I'm also aware that Houston also lost one of their Nigerian born, or not Nigerian born necessarily, but of course he played for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but he used to play in Houston, and now he has left the Houston club to join another club in Chicago. But again, we lost one and we gained a homegrown player. Yeah. Shout out to that particular player.
I want to share in Mexico, where I'm from, a Mexicana, Toluca FC has just won the Liga Mexicana for the second time back to back.
There you go.
And we have to thank Alexis Vega. Alexis Vega has been amazing, also handsome, if I have to say. we ladies have to pay attention to things like that.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you're sharing that with them for them to begin to pay attention to it.
And so Alexis Vega, probably one of the best players, he's going to be a legend for Mexico. He was the lead scorer for the 3 back-to-back seasons that the Liga MX had. So we'll see what he can do next.
So what is your favorite memory about watching Toluca? What is the biggest thing that you've seen about that club that excites you every time? But I can tell that you are really in love
being
with them.
first in the league for almost every game, their status stayed the same. And I think going back to Europe, having performance like that is necessary. It's necessary. And them becoming up there with the other top dogs, you have America, you have Chivas, and Tigres, Monterrey. Toluca is up there with them, and actually they have a history. They've always been up there, but these other teams, America and Monterrey, they became the more popular teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Absolutely.
So I'm just grateful that Toluca is finally getting that momentum of popularity among people.
Yes.
Because I've noticed there has been some fan changing. They used to be a big fan for America, who they lost, lost against Toluca,
to switch to Toluca side now.
And that's unfortunate to people,
That's what happens in the game, though. That's what happens in the game. It's all about the passion. Yeah. It's all about the power. It's all about the consistent performance. Well, there you have it. We've given you information about what's going on in Europe, and as well as what's going on at home and in our neighboring Mexico. Well, mentioning Mexico, one of my favorite places to visit was Guadalajara when I visited in 2008. Incredible city. Yes, but of course, we're going to take a short break right now to share some few information with you about what we have just covered regarding European football. And when we get back, it's going to be the FIFA World Cup time. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Soccer Today. I am still here with my favorite person as of today, Karen.
Thank you, Bayo.
Karen,
I'm so excited to be here.
It is World Cup year. United States, 11 cities. Mexico, 3 cities. Canada, 2 cities, 16 stadiums will be hosting all of the games. But of course, some of the biggest one will be happening here in the United States. Tell me 2 things that you are looking forward to. Just 2, because I know if I ask you to say 10, you will go ahead and say 10. But let's start with 2. What are the 2 things you are looking forward to for this World Cup?
I'm pretty sure all the ladies and most men are excited to see Cristiano Ronaldo coming to play here in Houston.
Person, yeah.
In person. So we'll see how far Portugal will do this year or in the World Cup. But most importantly, if I could pick the team that will win, Germany.
There you go. She said Germany. Well, if I have to choose, and I've actually said this to our producer as well, I think Spain will be my pick. I wish Nigeria was coming to the World Cup. Unfortunately, my home country, Nigeria, for some reason, will not be coming to the World Cup, missing the World Cup for the 2nd time back to back. But that's not the issue today. We're actually looking at teams that have done their homework, that have qualified. Houston, for example, will be hosting 5 of the best of them. One of them, of course, is a newcomer and is an African team, Cabo Verde. Of course, they are popularly called Cape Verde. They're going to be coming to their first FIFA World Cup. Houston will be their home. Saudi Arabia is coming to Houston with all of that Gulf money. Saudi, we are looking forward to having you. Of course, we're also going to be paying host to 3 European giants. 3 of them, you already mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo. Amazing human. The Orange Boys, the Netherlands will also be here. And of course, the German machine. Just exciting.
Very excited. I wish Mexico would come play here, but we may travel to Mexico. I don't know about their home opener. We're
against South Africa. That will also be
definitely.
another mouth-watering game right there for in Mexico.
Yeah.
But today we want to focus on Germany. Germany have won the World Cup 4 times. One of the top teams that have done. And you already predicted that they might just.
Yeah.
But what? Let me ask you a quick question. Why are you convinced that Germany could win the World Cup? What do you see that I am not saying yet?
Well, I mostly follow the female Germany team, so
Okay.
I would expect that they match their level. They finished really well in the last several World Cups for the female side, so I just have faith in them. And I back when I was 18, when they won the World Cup, I believe 2008, if I'm correct, I bought their Samba shoes, and they had Germany all over it. And I just want them to come back so I can wear the shoes again.
That's a very good one. My own my own fond memory about Germany, I was really young. I think I was about 10 years old. The first time I saw Germany lifted the World Cup, and that was at Italia 90. That was a very big World Cup. I remember vividly then, and that was when the name German Machine really. And then the most recent time they won it was when Brazil hosted in 2014. Before then, they won it in 1954 and 1974. So they have something to do with 4. And you may just be right that Germany might just be winning that World Cup. The other thing I also believe is that the last time they won it, they recorded one of the highest victory in that World Cup in Brazil. Guess the team that they defeated. Just take one guess.
Not Brazil.
It is Brazil.
Oh my God, that game, the 7-1.
That game.
Thanks for the reminder.
And that game kind of gave
That
birth
one
to at home too.
Yeah,
at home. I mean, that was one of the greatest performance by the German team. And it was after that game that a lot of people were saying, I think these guys are going to go all the way to win this tournament. So Germany has been our focus for today, but we also want to hear from you. There will be a very short information for you. Who do you think will be winning the World Cup? We want to hear from you, the fans of the game, and that and more is what you're going to be learning on the show. Also, other teams that are going to be visiting, that are going to be playing against Germany. Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo is already in his 40s.
He's not there for show. I just had to say, I had to bring up his name.
But he's still performing, though. He's still performing. He's still scoring goals in Saudi Arabia.
Tell him to go back to Europe and see if he can perform.
Well, I guess we're going to see him in the World Cup. But do you think Germany will go all the way in the group and just qualify like that? Or would
Definitely.
You think,
they're strong, they're tall, they're fast, they're smart. They're tactical.
But remember the conversation we were having before we come on the show that it's a World Cup, right?
Yeah.
You might see some great surprises. So let's say, for example, among the 5 teams that are coming down here, which of them do you think will spring the surprise? Of course, we're also going to be having Uzbekistan in Houston as well. I didn't mention that. Uzbekistan is coming here. Cape Verde is coming here. Saudi Arabia is coming here. And, of course, we're going to have Germany, England, and the Netherlands, not England, Germany, Netherlands, and Portugal.
I like Netherlands.
Those are really powerful teams.
Well, Tom Holland, is that his?
Hogland, yeah.
Not the actor,
Hogland.
not Spider-Man, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
He's going to help that team.
It will help them.
He's going to leave an impression. We'll see what he can do, though. He's also, I don't know, I think he's unreliable.
Well,
he's too like they speak too much of him, and I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna really
if he's gonna perform.
Yeah, he's gonna miss. Ugh, sorry.
Well, there are still a few things that will happen before the World Cup. There will still be people that will win. They'll go on to win some great league across Europe. There will still be folks that will probably get injured, like one of the German superstar, Musiala, that had that broken leg. I'm really, really hoping, wishing him a speedy recovery. It was one of the players I was really looking forward to seeing at the FIFA World Cup. That's the much we can share with you about the FIFA World Cup for today on the show. Remember, we've only mentioned one of the powerful teams that are coming to the FIFA World Cup. So we're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, it will be more on the show Soccer Today.
Welcome back. One of the most exciting things that I love about soccer is how it brings the community together. And this community of people, they like to gather in parks, at homes, to either watch or play soccer.
Absolutely.
And most importantly, they gather at businesses. We're talking about bars, restaurants. And like I said before, y'all better be ready when the World Cup comes, because people are going to gather there to watch the games.
They will gather. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this segment of the show of Business Spotlight. We're going to be spotlighting businesses that are making money, that will be making money in our community, and of course, beyond the World Cup and the impact they're going to play. You have experience in this area a lot. What is one of the significant experience you've had when it comes to local business getting involved with this game of soccer at the grassroots level?
Yes, so with playing soccer, it's actually really easy to just pick up a soccer ball and start playing. However, we play organized and structured. It requires uniform. And if the weather is terrible, you're going to need some jackets. And you want everybody to match and look nice and beautiful. It's part of the whole tactical side. You want to intimidate the opponent looking sharp.
Yeah.
And so all of this thing costs money. Again, back to business. Money runs the world. You have to know this. So if you're a business, please continue or start sponsoring these local clubs. For example, I worked at El Seg High School as a soccer coach. And thanks to Huasteca Mexican Grill, I think it was around $3,000, we were able to buy thick winter coats. And we didn't have those winter coats before. We were out there freezing.
How many kids were affected
30.
by that?
30 winter coats.
And that's what we're talking about. And that's some of the things that we're going to be continuously featuring on the show. And of course, the opportunity is available and will be available to many businesses. We're going to be coming to you. We're going to be spotlighting your business. And you have that incredible opportunity to reach out to billions of fans. Because a lot of people have no idea that this is the only sport that has its fan base at the at the billion level. Not millions, guys. Billion. In the entire world today, we have almost 9 billion people. Almost half of that knows one or two things about soccer. So imagine if you're invested in anything that has to do with a beautiful game, you are blessing someone that you don't know. So very special thank you to that business that you mentioned earlier. And that's a very beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, thank you so much. You know, I grew up in poverty, and we would play soccer with, we crumple up a paper or a soda can or a bottle, and that's how we would play.
Absolutely.
Sometimes a rock. And so over here in the United States, I don't see poverty at that level where I was in Mexico, but still, you still need to support your youth. Support your youth through your sponsorships. You want to keep the kids playing soccer and off the streets. Soccer is an incredible motivator, and I know this personally as a coach, as a teacher, as a mom. If I see a kid in my classroom that is tired, is not paying attention, and I know that they are playing soccer, they're like, hey, you need to pass your class in order for you to play soccer. That's one reason. Another reason is kids nowadays, they get a lot on their devices. If you put your kids in sports, I guarantee you they're going to forget about getting on the YouTube or whatever they're doing. So put your kids in sports, and if you can't afford it, know that there are programs out there where businesses are helping sponsor your child.
And we're still going to talk about that on this show anyway. We're going to talk about how the fans are can engage their community as well. And I will also add to what you just said. Both of us have that almost a similar background. I'm from Nigeria originally, and in Nigeria, football, soccer is beyond sport. It's like a religion. I tell people, a lot of people have no idea how. I think we're as crazy as Mexicans. I believe so.
I'm sure we have a lot.
I believe so. So for myself, even as a young person, you will see many kids on the streets playing the game without shoes, and they just want to play.
Yeah.
And I will tell you how much interest they have. If you put 10-year-olds down in front of you, it doesn't matter male or female, and say, what do you want to be when you become an adult? I would assure you that 8 out of them will tell you, I want to be a professional soccer player. So the game is a strong tool for you as a business to really take advantage of, to be able to make use of as a visibility for your business. And that's, of course, that's much we can talk about on this particular segment. When we come back, we're going to be telling you more about sport organization. Local sport organizations are making impact in the show. Karen and I have experience when it comes to it. In fact, our connection was actually based upon us sharing something with our community. But we're going to tell you more about that when we come back on the show. Soccer means different things to everyone. For some, it's hope. For some, it's tradition. And for some, it's just that spirit of belonging. Belonging to a community, belonging to a group of people that are doing something right, that they just don't want to be in trouble. They want to do something that is really impacting the world. And that's what we're going to be discussing in this segment of fans and community stories. There's so much of them we can talk about, Karen, so many of them. And the example of that is one project that is very, very dear to my heart, that was started simply because of what we started with, of what soccer means to us. Earlier in the show, we talked about our own background, of how we see kids, even ourselves, play the game without shoes. And we feel that living in a community like this, there are people that are less privileged than other people. And rather than for us to keep talking about it, we decided to do something about it. Exactly. So for us, for me personally, there's a project that was started. Midas Football Academy is a project that is aimed at providing a community for young people that are not able to compete with one of the biggest challenge the United States is having today, which is the pay-to-play model. Because if you can't pay in many of the soccer clubs that are here, you will not be able to play the game. What happened to those kids? And that's where we started Midas. And you and I have talked about this, and you also have something like that is so dear to your heart.
Yes, Bayo. So since I was 19 years old, I've been helping the community through soccer programming, specifically youth. And I have a long story, but long story short, I'm still working in this project. And in the last few years, I've been working at the Catalina apartments of Bissonnette in Southwest Houston in Alief, which I'm from, and I love Alief. And I do want to share with you my experience there. It's an apartment complex, and they had 2 tennis courts where the owner, Fred, who's a good friend of mine, he's the one that invited me there. They removed the tennis, the whole tennis equipment, and it's now just one surface. And when he brought me here, he showed me the apartment complex, and I was like, okay, this is good, because this looks like futsal. And you know futsal.
I know futsal, yes.
Futsal is how you grow your technique.
Yes.
And your intelligence, and also your
being able to play in that small space, and yes. And
when you come to the apartments, specifically one of the courts, it's surrounded by tall apartments. And if to me, it feels like Europe, where you're in skyrise kind of homes,
and then you can
and
look
in the
down,
middle is the soccer field.
Yes,
I would live there.
That looks great.
Yeah. So, and then he invited me to neighborhoods night out. It's like a national thing.
Okay.
And he had all the country flags hanging on the. So the court is there, but it has like a fence, like super tall fence, and he had them on the fence, like all the flags, and it just looked wonderful. And if you know Alief is the most diverse community in the whole world, So just imagine walking into this neighborhood, and all the country's flags are there, and super diverse people are out here. And he brought me there to host like a soccer camp and league, and I was like, yes, because that's what I do. My first job is obviously mom and family. Absolutely. But I'm a full-time math teacher in Alief, but my passion is soccer and helping the youth. And I did this for free. I volunteered all my time. Nobody paid anything. We did have to pay insurance, all that. But I was just so excited. And lately, what we've been doing, they actually host they have a unit where somebody would live. They turned this into a classroom. It's called the Comments Program. Okay. And the children that live there, the residents, they go there right after school. And there's a teacher on duty who's also a volunteer, Miss Elizabeth. Shout out to Miss Elizabeth. I love you. And she's there until about 6 p.m. And around 5:30, 5:45, she lets them. They're right in front of the courtyard. So they go outside and play soccer. And they're all ready, like, Miss, I finished my homework. Can I go? And I go there to volunteer every Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Tuesday. And I have a surprise for them. I bought a bunch of soccer balls for them.
There you go.
I'm so excited through sponsorships. So shout out to the businesses who gave me all that money. I really appreciate you.
And that's some of the things that we're going to be really giving spotlights to. We're going to be mentioning them. And of course, based on what you said, Midas Football Academy will also be partnering with that organization to give more kids opportunity for visibility, for presence, for hope, to tell them, hey, you count. And we can always find a way to make those children to belong and stay out of trouble.
Exactly.
And since we are hosting the FIFA World Cup, we have said it over and over that we know that the World Cup will bring to us beyond the game, beyond the ceremony, beyond the wealth it's going to bring. It's also going to give us infrastructures that most of these kids can grow up on and go on to become a better person in society. So we are very, very excited to share this particular segment with you. It reaches home. It's very dear to our hearts. We love it. We do it voluntarily. And that's what we are hoping that you out there that is watching this, that will be watching this, will also be doing by supporting the business, by contributing your part in making the world a better place.
A better place. Exactly. And that's what we're here for.
It's been an exciting time. Exciting time. What do you think about this show, and how much of an impact do you think we're going to be making in the community?
I can't wait to show my students and my family and all the children at Catalina. When I go there every Tuesday, they're like, Miss Orta! And I'm like, come here, hugs. And like, did you bring the soccer balls? I'm like, yeah.
There you go. So kids, be excited. And definitely we're going to be back again very soon. It's been our pleasure. And my name is Bayonle Arashi. Special thanks to our producer, our executive producer, and of course, to my friend, Karen. Karen, what's your parting shot? What's your last word for the show?
Oh, I love soccer. Viva el fútbol. Soccer is life.
Soccer is life. And the show is Soccer Today. We'll see you again next time. God bless you. Bye-bye now.